is do a second live stream mobile metal detecting mobile live stream in real life, just to get you a feel of what it's like to go metal detecting. In this case, I'm going to be using a metal detector I picked up from Kellyco 40 years ago. What do you think? This one uses batteries, two 9-volt batteries, and I'll get it started up here shortly. Let's go walk up here. And this one's going to be a fun one to do because there's a lot of playground area. I haven't been here in over a year, and it's Sunday, so there's no one here. I got the whole place to myself. And let's go see if we can find a coin or two, maybe even something else. All right, and so how I set this, I'll set it to discrimination just above between 5 and 6, and that's going to tell me if it's going to take out most of the pull tabs and whatnot. And then I'll set sensitivity to 6, and I'll take my wedding ring here and just kind of put it on the ground and do a quick check. Okay, I'm going to drop it down a little bit more. Okay, let's drop it to 5. Okay, that's still good. We'll bump it up again. Okay, so we should be good. All right, let's start over here at the swings. I always like starting at the swings for some reason. And then we'll kind of work each one of these. I got 1, 2, 3 of these mulched playground areas to play around in. And then from there, I think we'll call it at that point. So let's see what happens, okay? All right, and this is a fast swing that I'll use. And you'll hear the noise coming from the pole. All right, just a fast swing right here. That's probably the swing here. Okay, more of the swing. And this one, I found some pretty good stuff over the years with this thing. And I'll certainly have to give you a rundown on what I've found over the years. But right now, let's see what we can do here in 2025 or 2026. Okay. All right. Okay, here's a sound. Okay, hear that crackly sound? That's probably going to be trash, and it sure is right there. No, that's not it. That's just a piece of plastic. Let's grab the pinpointer and just confirm. It's been a while since I've used this. When I shifted over to the Macro Simplex Plus, and that's been a fun one to use so far because of that target ID. Can you hear that crackly? Okay, it sounds like it's over here. Yep. And that's the sound of foil. Okay. So this one doesn't have anything but discrimination and sensitivity. I use the headphones that have the volume control. Without the headphones in, there's no volume control. It does have a all metal mode pinpoint, and it's pretty loud. All right. Okay. And let's see. So far, it's been just some foil, but you got to go by the sound now with this one. You get a good clear return on the signal. That's going to tell you something. Crackly noises will tell you something. And that's because I have it at between 5 and 6 right now. Okay, if I bump it up to like 7, 8, it'll definitely drown out a lot of the trash, but then you'll miss out on nickels. Okay, nothing there. Looks like we got some folks joining. What do we got here? Howdy, howdy. A lot of folks joining. Holy cow. All right, let's keep going. Let's go back over here. Okay, that's the pole. Okay, and another pole coming up. All right. Whew. Okay. All right, that's the pole again. All right. And I do like using the headphones because then I can adjust the volume control on it. This one has no volume control. No bells and whistles, but it's been a very, very reliable detector over the years. Okay. All right. Let's go out here. Let's see what's over here. Nothing. Nothing yet. Okay. nothing. Okay, that's all the pole. That's that pole that I just passed. We'll come up on another one here in a moment. Okay, let's go work it around. And what's cool is you can do these fast sweeps with this particular machine. Okay. All right. Here we go. That's a good sound. Hear that? Okay, that's a strong sound. Oh, no, but I see it. It's foil. Foil, very strong sound though. All right. And you can kind of discriminate it out. Bump it up a little bit. Yeah, 6 knocks it out. Okay, let's try that. Okay. And since there's no depth detection on this, what you do is you lift up on your coil and you can use it as your indicator of depth. All right. Okay. Okay, that's usually not a great signal since it's coming back with a spotty return. We'll take a look at it though. I did like the capability of that Nocta Macro Simplex Plus and that target ID. That is nice. But this is what I detected. I think they came to, which has oh, look at that, a washer. A washer. Okay, I think it's the F1 or F2, which is the equivalent of this 1225X. Okay, and let's see how it goes. Man, there's a lot of chatter going on. Okay. Let's see. Let's do that. Easier. Let's just flip through here. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Not too many people here into metal detecting, it looks like. Oh well, it's a live stream. You get what you get. All right. So we'll keep working it. And, okay. All right, so far it's been slim pickings here. And I can kind of tell that even though the mulch looks fairly new, I haven't detected this thing in over a year, so I was expecting that there might be some other stuff here, but I did notice they did change this. This used to be a smaller swing set area. All right, sounds like we got some post joining. Howdy, howdy. Okay, that's probably some foil return here, so I'm gonna skip it. That is nice about this one. It does discriminate stuff out pretty well. Let's do a quick confirmation though. Let's see if it'll still pick up a ring. Ooh, that's not good. I need to drop it down some more. There we go. All right. So what I'll do is I'll take my ring and I'll put it on the ground and make sure I still get that nice sound, good signal sound, because you heard there's some times where you'll run into some foil, possible pull tabs, and it'll give you the, I guess maybe a false positive, or positive false, where it thinks it's a good target but it isn't. Okay, so let's work our way around here. Okay, I'm just gonna check this spot back here. I'm doing these wide sweeps because I'm gonna move on to the next playground here in a moment. Okay. Okay, that's that crackly noise. That's the heads up that it's probably going to be trash. Okay. And I do like the capability of moving fairly quickly at a fast pace. Don't have to worry about going too deep either, because the mulch gets to about 6 to 8 inches to the underlayment, and that's about it. After that, you don't want to dig past that underlayment because you could do some damage to the playground area, and you want to do that, and then they won't let you do this anymore. Okay, looks like not much here. All right, let's work our way back around. Surprised I didn't find anything but a washer so far in the over here by this drop zone area. Over there seems to usually be a good spot because it's got a little playground rolling thing that the kids like to play around, and I'm hoping maybe I might find a coin or two there. All right, but I think school's been out for a couple of weeks as well. Where am I at? I'm in a town just over from Allen, Texas. This is Lucas, Texas. Okay. And I was working a school playground area that I've not been to in a while, and I've brought the old 1225X Fisher. This is the one that I've used for a while. Okay, before I replaced it with that Nocta. Just went ahead and got some more 9-volt batteries and said, hey, let's go check it out. And you can see here, this is all old school stuff where there's no indicator or anything on there. It's just sound that you're listening for. The great thing though is it does have that discrimination capability, so you can take out the trash signals or lessen the trash signals, but at the same time it does have a sensitivity setting here. I've dug down all the way down, a foot or so looking at stuff. Okay, if I found anything, a diggable sound, sure, I could do that. All right, this is all the poles, okay? And it's been tough ever since they started moving to these metal structures, but you get used to it after a while. Okay, and we're just gonna work our way around. Let's go under. Okay, I'll slow the swing down here. The Nocta seems to work a lot better in the high metal environment area, but for now, that's what you got to deal with. And good thing when I have my headphones on, that's trash right there. When I have my headphones on, I can at least lessen that return signal, at least the volume of it. Okay, but so far it's slim pickings here. Wow. Okay, and I'm doing like I normally do. I'll start around the structures and the perimeter area around it. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. And so far I've just found a washer, and it was a bad signal, but I went ahead and dug it up because I wanted to see. Okay. And then earlier today, I came into a coin spill. I think it was like 20 some odd pennies. That was pretty funny. And I found it in basically a 1 foot, 2 foot square area. Someone must have dropped their pennies. All right. Okay, but this one I like going to because I don't have to come out here in the early morning because it doesn't get busy at all. Because it's Sunday, it's a school yard, and no one's out here, especially in the winter. If there's anybody out here, they're usually out here doing some soccer stuff and whatnot. All right, so when I have the urge to go out and do some detecting in the middle of the day, I come out here because it's a pretty much quiet area with very little traffic when it comes to kids and families. All right. Okay, there was a slight sound here, but yeah, that's an iffy sound. But I'm gonna check it out. All right. It's right over here. That one didn't come as strong as I'd like, but I do have the settings pretty high up. I dropped my trowel pretty high up so that if I run into some pull tabs, I don't hear them as much. But that's okay. I wish it was a lot louder or clearer return, but because I've got it on the edge of 5 and 6, I can check it. The other thing you can do is you can You can bump the discrimination all the way up to 9, 9, 10, and listen. Okay, you hear how it's still crackling? Okay, that could mean if it stayed strong, that's probably a quarter. But because it changed back down to 6, it could be a coin, it could be trash. All right, and that's the thing about the one with the target ID. You get a visual to reference on the return, so 60s, 70s, etc. Here it's going to be hit or miss, and sure enough, there it is, hit or miss. It's foil. Okay. All right, but what I found always helps. I'm married, so I've got a wedding ring. I'll lay that down and I'll just set the discrimination just to check to make sure that it is still registering the ring, because if you don't do that, you'll be missing out on some potential good targets. Okay, I'm one of those annoying people who ask the person about thing what they found, like a fisherman. Well, I fish too, so I get asked a lot of questions all the time. All right. Okay, so here I've just stepped out a little bit further from the perimeter search around the structure, and I'm mainly just kind of listening for stuff. The return that you're hearing there is the metal step. That sounds like trash again. Okay, hear the clicky sound? Okay, crackly. Okay, so we'll skip that. What I'm doing is I'm waiting to dig for an actual good return, just so I can demo that. And if I had to do it again, I was limited in money, I would probably I'd probably go back to one of these. Main thing is you can adjust the discrimination to sensitivity. You don't really need a depth meter or a visual target ID. You can just have to listen to it. Okay, this one's coming in kind of spotty again. That one sounds better though. That sounds better. See, now I'll raise my coil up, and I lost it after raising it a few inches, so should be, let's see, let's go and use the pinpointer. Yeah, pretty close to the surface, kicking it out. All right, it looks like it's this little piece of metal. Yep, some sort of metal dealy. Okay, you get silver, I'll tell you what, that is a nice clear sound. I mean, you won't miss that. And quarters, you won't miss that either. It'll just beat you in the ears if you're wearing your headphones and you have the volume turned up. Okay, I was expecting more, but let's go on to this one. Okay, let's go to this one right here. This one has a lot of play stuff to play in, and it used to be when there was a lot of change and whatnot available, because kids come out and they'd have to pay something, I forget. So I'd always find a lot of dimes. It's crazy. I find a lot of dimes at these playgrounds. And I guess whatever they were purchasing, the change was a dime. That's foil. Clicky sound again. Okay, have an XP Deuce 2, not much experience with it. Now the main thing you do when you get in a new machine is get you some targets, your coins, rings, silver, gold, lay them in front of you, and then test your machine on it and listen for, be it the sound or the visual target ID that comes with your detector if you have one of those, and kind of memorize the sound as well as those target IDs. And that's going to help you. Okay, here's something. Okay, that's a strong signal right there. Double return. I'll lift up the coil. Okay, I'm getting some return, about maybe 4 inches above it. So let's grab the pinpointer. Okay. Something here. And it could be a large piece of foil, could be a nickel, or it could be something good. Let's see. All right, so yeah, even today with that Nocta Macro Simplex Plus, it's got that depth indicator, and I really don't pay attention as much to it. I mainly pay attention to the sound as well as the sound and clarity of the signal return. Okay, what is this? Looks like a very, very beat up penny. All right, well, we found a penny. Okay, got one for Christmas. Thought I'd never be about doing the targets like that. So the list interesting digging trash all the time. So maybe I'll try the good stuff. All right, cool. Yeah, you gotta learn your machine, and might as well learn it on something that you know for sure is there. So like I'll usually get a penny, a nickel, a quarter, a dime, and a quarter. Lay that out. That usually tells me a lot. The nickel has always been the tough one. Okay, because you're picking up nickels, you're also getting pull tabs in some machines, but at the same time then you're also missing out on some potential good stuff, because that nickel zone, you might be able to pick up some rings and whatnot. Okay, oh wait, what was that? Okay, that's the pole. Yeah, that's the pole. Okay, yeah, that's still the pole. Okay. And your best bet when it comes to metal structures is to just come in right at an angle like this, getting a weird return, but that's because of the stuff at top. Okay, another one, another weird return. Okay. All right, let's go back over here. Come back to this drop zone area, I call it. So let's see. I'm hoping I can at least show you a clear signal. That penny one was kind of mixed. It was a penny. You get a quarter, you get some silver, this baby's gonna ping you like crazy. All right. Okay, now we're over here by this metal structure over here. Okay, that's where we found that penny. Okay. All right. And I've done this in times where I'm just kind of playing around. I'm just kind of looking around, and I'm just making sure I just keep overlapping my sweeps. So I really don't have to even look at anything other than just keep walking the pattern. All right. Yep, and this is one that, it's a 40-year-old detector. Got it back in 1986. All right, from those guys, Calico. Okay. All right. And it has been a reliable machine over the years. Just I went with that Nocta because it was within a price range I didn't mind, and then it has that rechargeable battery, so I don't have to worry about batteries. I just charge it up and keep going. And I do like the collapsing. It's got a little clip here, and I can close out the shaft of the metal detector. Versus this one, it's got a cam lock or a cam nut, and you undo it, and then you can collapse it. But I don't like doing that. I just leave it as is. Once I have this one set, I don't want to move it. Okay, so here I'm just kind of working slowly in concentric circles, converging into the middle, and just listening for any potential targets. And you know what this tells me is they went to that electronic payment, finding less coins. Okay, crackly noise. Let me bump it to 5. Okay, that'll pick up more trash. And when I had it at 5.5, I was still picking up my gold ring. So we'll keep it at 5.5. Okay, I'm gonna do wider sweeps now. Ah, wow, a penny. Wow. It's all right though. Got a little exercise here. Get out. Well, it's still a nice day. It's another weird one. Yeah, weird one. I'm gonna go ahead and dig it since we're not getting anything else. Let's see. Right here somewhere. Okay. It's just a few inches below the mulch. There it is. What's that clicky noise? Right there is that clicky noise. Okay, let's keep going. All right, I'm gonna do one middle sweep, and then I'm gonna go on to the next structure. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, that kind of reminds me of that foil deal. Not a solid return. Okay. All right, let's go back here. Wow, moved through this pretty quickly. We'll have to do the perimeter search. Okay. That's usually what I do. The last is the perimeter search, where I just go around the edges of the playground area itself and kind of see what that's like. Okay. A lot of metal structure here. Okay. We'll just keep listening for sound. Okay. That's the pole still. Another pole. Yeah, they used to have... Oh, here we go. Listen to that. Hear that clicky noise? Or crackly? Right there. That's wire. Right there. Wire. Okay. Yep. That is wire. It's like a crackly noise. Also, rusted nails kind of do that with this machine. Okay. Ouch. Okay. All right. Here we go. You hear that? Okay, so we've got a pole here. Got a pole here, and that's going to interfere with the return. But I'm hearing a signal in the middle. Okay. Right there. So I go here. I'm hitting the pole. I come back out, but I'm hearing something here, and it's not from here. And the quick check is just gonna go a quick rapid move over it. I'm getting a double return. Okay. Now what is it? I don't know, but we're gonna check. Right about here. Right there. Let's see what that could be. All right. Could be some piece of metal or something again. Sounds a lot like a coin, but my memory may be forgetting what these sound like. Okay. Oops. Drop my machine here. Yeah, it's right here. I think I felt something. There it is. Penny. All right. Found it. Penny. Right in the metal pole structure. All right. So that's how you work these metal poles. And sometimes you may get a return up close. See? So that's a single return. I go into the pole. There's only one return. I come out. There's no return. And you just kind of listen for that sound. Okay? So, able to squeak a penny out of that metal mess. Cool beans. All right. Okay, that there. So I wasn't expecting much, but I was expecting at least some more coins. But you never can tell. It's like someone said, this is dirt fishing. You're pretty much doing like my other channel, Average Angler Life. I just went fishing today and did one of those live streams as well. And that sure was fun, but the bite was a lot slower than it was these past few days. Okay, here's something. Okay, nothing there. Just the pole. Still the pole. Yeah, still the pole. Oh. Okay, double click here, but that's from this metal ladder thing. I notice it does that. Okay. If that metal ladder thing wasn't there, I'd probably check it. Okay. Okay. let's move on. So yeah, it's not one of your fancy high dollar machines. It sure was a reliable one for these many years. And here we go. Something weird here. Something's canceling it out. Could be the staircase. Yeah. It's not a clear signal. I'm gonna leave it for now. Okay. I think we're almost done with this structure. We'll start doing a wider. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. That's a good signal there. It's a very good signal. It could be a penny. The quick check, if you want to see if it's a quarter, is just crank up the discrimination. If it's still returning well, it's probably going to be a quarter. It's the quick check. But this one could be a clad coin. Yep, it is. Penny. Penny for your thoughts? Look at that. 3 cents, baby. Yeah, you don't do this for a living. This is a hobby. You certainly don't do it for the money. All right. I think some folks were hitting me up earlier this morning. You know, why are you looking for dirt? Why are you scavenging? Oh my God, are you poor? Blah, 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 blah. Bottom line is, I like doing this. All right. I think some of the other detectorists might agree. Can't explain why you do it. It's just plain fun. All right. And yeah, okay, you do find something good every once in a while. And you do it long enough, you can accumulate a lot of your findings, and I tend to just throw them into this box that I have, or these boxes for some of the stuff I keep. Coins, I'll just go ahead and take those over to the little coin machine and cash those in. All right. Perimeter search, what we'll do is we'll go around the edge here and just kind of walk it, and let's see what happens. All right, and that's how I found that coin spill the other day, or this morning, okay? And you're gonna hear noises from the pin that locks in the edges here. Old Fisher, yes, Fisher 1225X. Okay, right here, but wait a minute. Hear that? Okay. There we go. So we're going to hear a constant return as we get close to the metal on this side. And what we're listening for is a second return. Okay. Just a second return to tell us there might be something. Okay. Crackly noise. Okay. So far, 3 cents, 3 pennies, a washer, and some foily stuff. That's that in real life metal detecting. For those that wanted to learn about metal detecting, what's it like? You're getting the full Monty here. This is metal detecting. Okay, here's something. Clear sound. Playground though, and I see it. I'm probably picking up this pencil right there. That little tip right there. Let's see. Oh yeah. Found many of those in playgrounds. Sound just like a good signal. And I don't want to discriminate out of those because then I lose the nickels. Here's another one. Nope, I lost it. Kind of a weak signal here. Okay, we'll keep going. All right, what do we got here? What's lurking below? Working the perimeter. Okay. Okay. Some return here. Again, crackly return. Mixed return, I guess. Listening for the double click or the double return. Beep, 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 basically. Or bing, 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 bing. I don't know. Okay. And this will, once it gets, there's been times where I have this constant crackly noise or buzzing noise, or something like something's interfering with it. Okay. Something over here. Let's pinpoint it. Somewhere over here. Doesn't sound too well, but I'm going to check it. All right. Feels deeper, maybe. Yeah, okay. It's over here. Over here somewhere. There it is. Little metal deal. Nice, huh? Trash. All right. Okay. Let's keep working it. Hoping to find a nice, strong signal to demo the when it's a actual really good target. Okay. All right. I think I've gotten to end of the perimeter search. Oh no, I will here by these steps. Let me take it back over there. Okay. We'll come up to it, and then I'm gonna step in to the right of the perimeter and start searching again. Okay, there's that thing again. All right. Okay, that's that stuff again. Okay, so I've just moved over like a step to the right, and now I'm just working it again, looking for whatever we find. Okay. And okay, what are we looking for? Coins. Coins is really what I'm looking for, but anything else that pops up, I'm willing to go and find it. Okay. No. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Gold bar. I don't know about a gold bar, but how about some good old foil? Heard that crackly noise? That says foil. Okay, I found a lot already. Nice. I've not. I found 3 cents. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's a single return, okay? I go this way, I hear just a crackly noise. I come back around, I don't hear anything. Come this way, I hear it again. And actually, that sounds good, though. What do I have it set on? 5.5? Maybe the orientation of what was lying there, taking it a different angle, might make a difference. So let's check it out. Come on, you're right here somewhere. Okay, just under the mulch. All right, what is this? Just under the mulch, and I'm kind of lightly moving the dirt around in case it's a really good thing. You don't want to scratch it by accident. There it is. Look at that. Yes. A rusty lock. Yeah, that's the essence of metal detecting. You find things like this. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you want to get started metal detecting, and I'm still doing the break-even quest with that Nocta Macro Simplex Plus. I think I paid like $3.29, 3 something on sale, and I think I've found 28 bucks in clad coins. So yeah, and that's in about 2 years, 3 years, doing it off again, or on again, off again. But I'm keeping a log as to how many hours I've been out there, because I'm also tracking to see how long these batteries, built-in batteries, last, and it's about 38 hours for 28 bucks. So yeah, you definitely don't get rich doing this. Okay, and here again is your in real life live stream trashola. Okay, so you ever watch some of these guys who are out there with their machines and you're thinking that they're scavenging? A lot of times their machine is expensive, and they ain't doing it for the money. They're doing it for something else. Chasing the dream, I guess, maybe, huh? But I don't have that much in my machine. This was, what is it, 289 way back when. 289 stands out for some reason. I don't remember why. And then my current machine, the Nocta, that's like 329. I'll post the latest status of it because I got to put in the numbers of what I found this morning in there, but I think it's like 329. Okay, we did the perimeter search here. Let's work this one lane, and then we're gonna go back over there, finish up the perimeter search. We already did the playground over there, the swings, and I came up with a washer, a nice washer. Okay. All right, let's just kind of flip through this lane, see if there's something that may be lurking below. Okay, there's a crackly sound. Crackliness. Let's dig it up. Crackliness usually means trashiness right there. Yep. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, let's keep going. Oh yeah, and this is fairly lightweight. Actually, this is heavier than my Nocta Macro. This one has some metal shaft and all that, and the Nocta is some kind of composite that is fairly lightweight. I can swing that pretty easy. It's got a larger coil too, but this one I've been pretty happy with. All right, let's go on over here and knock that out, and then we'll call it. I don't see any of these mulch areas here. And I don't dig in the grass just as a courtesy to the school. And also it is a pain because when I dig grass, you have to have a pinpointer. Pinpointer means you take your screwdriver, put that epoxy tip on it, and you kind of dig in there and kind of locate the coin. And then you cut a plug and all that, make sure you don't damage anything. Whereas this, I just come out and I dig all I want. Because it's mulch and it's meant to be dug and it's meant to be played in, and no one gets mad. All right, sand is much better though. Sand is fun. I used to detect a volleyball court that they had here. Just had to come in early. Here we go. All right, this one's on the surface. I see it. Look at that. Someone's little pendant deal here. Didn't have a strong return, and I don't see any markings on it. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like more costume jewelry stuff, but hey, I found something other than a coin. All right, and that was at crackly, not crackly, just the signal wasn't strong like I was anticipating if it was some of that good jewelry stuff. All right. But I found it. It's now in the found bag or found tube. I use these EpiPen dispenser tubes or whatever to maintain my finds because it fits in my holster pretty easy. Okay. Well, since there's not much here, we might as well dig this one up. Okay. This one sounded kind of deep too, so I'm gonna go quick. All right. Well, I guess maybe it wasn't deep. So check it again. Okay. Okay, there it is. Let's pinpoint it. Right over here. Faint signal. Kind of coming in weird. Right in here somewhere. Pinpointer's not picking it up from the machine, so it may be a light signal deep. Hoping it's not in that underlayment. It might. Oh, there we go. All right. I don't know if it's in the underlayment or not. No, it isn't. It's It's still in the mulch. Okay. Let's go dig that one up. It's a pretty deep dig here. Over 6 inch. Let's see. Okay, he's not there. Here we go. Look at that. Found me a penny. Oh no, it's a dime. All right, I got a dime. Let's see how deep he was. Oh shoot, I dropped my machine again. Since I got this handy dandy trowel that has a little measure deal. Let's see. 4, it's a little over 5 inches deep. Nice. All right, this old 40-ohm machine still can find them. Nice. Kind of faint signal, but I kept getting a good return. So I was like, do I dig it or not? Huh. All right, well, I got 13 cents now. Oh, let's check it. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think if you want to make $1 million metal detecting, you find a bunch of coins and get you enough to buy you a lotto ticket, and you got a better chance probably of making $1 million that way. Because you ain't doing it this way. All right, let's keep going. So, yeah. But it's addictive. Oh, here's a good sound. It's got a crackle to it, though. Okay, so since I don't have a depth finder or depth indicator, I sweep over it. Okay, now I'm gonna lift the coil up. Okay, you see how I lost it? So it's gonna be definitely less than that height, which is about 6 inches. I'll drop it down. Now I'm starting to pick it up. So somewhere less than 6 inches, but more than an inch is something down here. So let's go find it. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Spoke too soon. Look at this. I already kicked it out. Well, it was definitely less than 6 inches. But hey, that didn't sound right. Let me close that. All right. That return was not the sound of aluminum shreddings. Huh. I have it on 5. Just a little bit over 5. Well, I guess it is. Maybe it was some high dollar aluminum. All right, let's keep going. So I heard that return, but you heard there was a slight crackle to it. It wasn't a clear, distinct return. And that's what was throwing me. I was like, wow, that sounds good, but not. Like this one. That one actually sounds better. Yeah, that one actually sounds better. Check it out. Not like a quarter or silver dime thing or anything, but it did sound better. Okay. It's further down, it sounds like. It's on, yeah. Heard it briefly. I'm chasing a dream here. Let's go check it. I moved it. Yeah, I moved it over here. I moved it. Still moved it. Where did it go? There we go. Yeah, I'm moving it. Somewhere here. Oh, I think I see it. No, that's not it. Let's see. Beaches, yeah, beaches are awesome. I'm not at a beach. I'm inland. There it is right there. Nice metal aluminum thingy. Okay. All right, well, now when I have it set at this setting, I have to deal with these things, but I do get the occasional hook up on a nice ring, because that is in that zone. Okay. Let's keep working this perimeter. There we go. Now that one actually sounds better. I'm gonna up the discrimination. All right, I dropped it. It dropped out. Okay, that one may be trash, or it could be a nickel. Yeah. Or it could be something even better. All right. Right there. It's over here. Right over here somewhere. All right. Let's check it out. Howdy, howdy. See folks joining. How's it going? Doing a little metal detecting with an old metal detector. And so far it's been slim pickings, a dime, pretty deep dime, and then 3 pennies. 3 pennies. Oh, look at that. Yep. Pull tab. It's either a pull tab or a nickel. Remember you. Man, I'm not good at names and all that. But are you? Did you join one of my other live streams? If you did, appreciate it. Let's see. WK Key Solid. All right, W Key Solid. Okay, I'll have to remember you. Thanks for joining. If you've joined previous streams, it's really helpful. Keeps me going in these things because it is kind of fun having you guys watch and kind of get a feel for what could be some treasure below. That's a strong signal. I'm gonna up it. Yeah, I just upped the discrimination. That is a good signal. Okay, so let's find it. Okay. Okay. All right. It's a good signal. What can it be? It's a good signal, but it's a large piece of metal something that looks like it may be that aluminum washer or aluminum rivet. No wonder it was a nice big return. Oh man. Yep, that was it. Okay. We'll keep going. Working the perimeter. We are almost on the other side where we started. And then we'll step a step to the left inward into the playground area and work that search. Okay, crackly noises here. Hear that crackly noise? Okay. That usually means trash. Okay. Let's find it and confirm. All right, there it is right there. I was right, it was trash. Crackly noise, pull tab, kind of cut off a little bit. All right, so it wasn't getting a full Monty return, but it was doing it. See, keep it up, you'll find gold. I found gold in the past. Gold rings, gold earrings, etc. So yeah, keep it up, you will eventually find gold. Okay. Okay. You certainly don't want to do this for a living. This is basically a hobby. All right. I think most people have been more appreciative of me doing this is when I used to live near the beach. A lot of times someone asked, "Can you find my keys?" I said, "Sure." Okay, here we go. That one's kind of mixed, but I'm gonna dig it since it's a fairly clean area. Might as well dig and save it for the next round so we don't have to find it again. Okay. It's weird. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. I think I moved it over some. Okay. Yeah. I think I moved it over. Right here. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what it is. All right. Love this mulch. Easy dig. Easy dig. Okay, I kicked it out. Here we go. Oh, yes. a zipper pull, or at least part of a zipper pull. Nice. I'm metal detecting snowbanks in parking lot mall. Wow, that is cold. That is cold, but I think, what is it? You get a snowbank, they plow it up, throw it up on the deal, and there might be some good stuff that they've kicked up off the ground or the pavement. Probably a good idea. Crackly noise. What does crackly mean? Usually means some kind of wire, rusted something. Hear that? Let's check it out. So yeah, over the years I've learned this machine and the different sounds. Oops, in this case it looks like it's foil. Well, that's weird. That normally is some wire, but okay, I guess it's foil too now. What is that small device called? It's called a pinpointer. Right here. It's the Garrett Pro Pointer, Pro Pinpointer. They've got another one, the Pro Pointer 2. I don't know what the difference is. I just got this one because I was on one of those metal detecting forums and someone called it out and said, hey, you got to have a pinpointer. Okay. And so I got one. Don't have to hit me over the head, you know. And I've liked it ever since. I mean, it makes a world of difference when I'm digging. I don't have to chase stuff. Okay, so now that one is definitely sounding like a crackle in it. But let's see, let's find it. Likely trash. Okay. Yep. There it is, more foil. All right, more foil. All right, cool. All right, getting my deep knee bend exercises in with picking up all this trash. Okay, there's another one here. That one's like a single return to the right. And let's just check it out just to see. Just to see. It's right here. It's right here. Okay. There it is. Ah, yes. Fool me. It's a washer. 2 washers now. Nice. I'm finding tons of treasure now. 2 washers. Holy cow. All right. We stepped in. We still got to finish it out. So let's do it. All right. Yeah. Just kind of enjoying some time out here. Latter part of the day. Things are quieting down. Do a little din-dins here in a little bit. And might as well get a little search in while I'm out and about. Okay. Let's see. All right, come on. Let's see it. All right, I stepped in. We're doing the next perimeter search. It's about 3 steps in. It's basically the 3rd pass. Okay. What's surprising though is how little amount of stuff is in here right now. Okay. Let's see. Yes, you do have to have permission on some beaches. Here, the freshwater lakes that we have, Corps Engineer lakes, here's some trash. You gotta have a permit. In other cases, you can't even detect at all. So, yeah, you gotta make sure you have permission. Okay. There's something here. Okay. Let's see what it could be. Am I chasing it? Let's see. I thought it was more on top the way it sounded. Guess not. All right. Let's reconfirm. Let's sweep it again. Yeah, somewhere over here. Let's pop it a little bit. Give more room for the pinpointer to look for it. Pinpointer only goes so far, and it is in all metal mode when you use a pinpointer, at least the one that I'm using. So it picks up everything. Okay, nothing there. Do a quick sweep. It's still over here. I wonder if it's the underlayment. Okay, there's something here. Right there. Okay. All right, let's just kind of poke at it. Get it started. Hopefully it's not the underlayment pin on the bottom that protects the, or is a ground cover piece before they lay down the mulch. Oh, it's pretty deep. That could be in the underlayment, so I may have to let this one go. All right, let's see. Just kind of dig around it first. Surprisingly deep. This machine can still find them deep, it looks like. Yeah, there we go. I can feel it now. It's in that underlayment, all right. Feels like a can or something, I think. All right, let's see. There it is. That's a rock. That's a rock. No, it's gone. No, it ain't that. I must have kicked that out over here. Let's go check it out. Yeah, I kicked it out. All right, well, let's find it. Got this far. Let's find it. Kind of curious, you know. Is it on? Yeah. Had that happen before. I'm like, where'd it go? And forgot to turn on the pinpointer. Okay. I thought I heard it here. I wonder if I pushed it out. Let's check it. It's right there. Right where that little circle in the middle is. I understand why I'm not picking it up with this. Well, that wasn't on. There we go. Oh, look at that. Here's a penny. Pretty deep penny. Oh, I got 14 cents. Don't have the unlucky number 13. We got 14. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome after that. How deep detectors will find stuff, I don't know. I've heard some folks have dug and found some, pinpointed some stuff really deep. This one, I think my max dig in sand was about 1 foot plus. That one was about 1 foot right there. All right, let's finish this perimeter search. What was this? Okay. All right. So we started out the playground working the perimeter of the structure itself. And then now we're doing the perimeter search where we're following the contour of the playground and slowly coming inboard from it. And so far we found a few coins and a lot of trash. All right, let's just finish it. I'm gonna go faster now. Getting punchy here because we're not finding much. That's the metal structure to my left. Okay. Let me come back in over here a little bit. Nice little playground area, open area. Good spot for something to fall. Let's check under here. I thought I did this earlier, but it doesn't hurt to just check it again. Okay, back out. Okay, wider sweep now. Okay, wider sweep. Now let's go back to the inboard perimeter search. What state? I'm in Texas, in the US. Okay, clicky noises here, likely trash. Yeah, clicky noises. Right there. Thought I heard something back here though. Okay, this is the pole. Okay. And then those clicky noises, which is likely trash, but I'm gonna check it because we can. And look at that right there on top. What's that clicking noise? All right. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it to it. Okay. All right. This may be it for this particular location. Yeah. So I would say about 5-6 years ago, I could consistently get $2-3 worth of dimes out of that place. All right. And I think it's because there was some kind of milk money, lunch money thing that you paid, and you got a dime and change, so the kids were losing them. But ever since they went to the electronic payments, not seeing that much anymore. So bummer. Yours truly can't find a dime or two like I used to. But I did find a dime fairly deep in this area here. But it was deep, so it's probably one of those old school dimes where a young kid lost his change. Okay, back into the pole area. Oh, wait a minute, I just stepped on something right here. Toronto, Canada. Cool, Toronto. All right, good return here. Fairly strong, but not on the surface, it looks like. All right, let's see if we can guess how deep it is. Okay, right about here. Lift up a little bit. Maybe 3-4 inches. Okay, 3-4 inches. So let's just pop it out. Love this mulch. Love this mulch. Makes digging so much easy. Oh, classic right there. Look at that. Nice metal dealie. All right, cool. But let's check it just in case. Yep, that was it. Trashola. Sounded good. Let's see. Yeah, still on 5.5 discrimination, so that kind of threw me. Shouldn't have picked that up as well as it did. Okay, let's go back over there to the swing set and finish that perimeter search, and then we'll call it. So let's see. All right, let's go here. Perimeter search it. Let's see what happens, and then I'll summarize everything with what I found today, which wasn't much, but I'll still summarize it to include the trash, because I kind of look at it real quick just to get a good idea how many of these deep knee bends I did. And when I say deep knee bends, I'm wearing a knee pad here, so every time I go down to use the pinpointer, I go on that knee and then I start digging around, and therefore I did a deep knee bend. All right. Okay. Slight return here, very light return. Ooh. Yeah, barely heard that one. Okay. Another one over here. Ooh. Hear that? Pretty deep. Pretty light too. All right, let's just check it. Since it's mulch, I can dig quick. Okay. Mulch. Check it. Nothing there. Okay, let's sweep it. Oh, I kicked it out in that first pull. Okay, still doesn't sound strong, so I'm not too excited about this one, but I want to dig it up just cause we're not getting much targets here, so we might as well clean it up. Right there, that was about 4 or 5 inches down mulch, so that helps too. Okay, foil. Yep, foil. I'm getting pinged. Nope. Okay. All right, I did this spot earlier, so I'm just gonna skirt around it and keep going around the perimeter. There we go. That one has some crackliness to it. Geese. All right, so quick check using this fisher. I can bump it up to, let's say, 8 or 9. Notice I don't hear it anymore, or it just cracks. So that one could mean trash, or it could mean a pull tab. It could mean a bunch of things. It could be a nickel. So Let's check it out. Right on top. Yeah, right there, pull tab. Bummer, bummer. Yeah, so on those days that I am in a hurry, at least when I use this machine, if I didn't really want to dig it, I would just bump up the discrimination and listen to the return there, and if it didn't stay strong, I would move on. But then, you miss a pull tab, you also have a miss on nickels. I remember I was detecting way back, and I kept coming out with a bunch of pennies, quarters, dimes, no nickels, and then I went back to those same places, bumped the discrimination down, and lo and behold, I'm picking up nickels. All right, and on this machine, 5, 6, right in there seems to be the money zone when it comes to nickels as well as rings. All right, but you end up having to dig up trash. So like this one, another, do I dig it or not? Okay, so yeah, okay, I hear it, bump it up, still hearing something. Ooh, still hearing something. Well, that may be a large piece of metal, or it may be something good. So let's go and do a quick sweep here real quick. It's a faint sound, so I'm going to bump the mulch away real quick before I take out the pinpointer. Yep, there we go. Right there. Huh. Okay. What could this be? What could this be? It could be copper wire. Ah, yes. Those are fun to find. You always think you got something really, really good, and then you get this copper wire. Bummers. I was excited there for a moment. All right. Almost done. Okay. Perimeter search continues. More crackliness here. Yeah. So that's a little crackle noise, not a really good sound. Let's see, how would you practice before you waste time? What I do is I just lay out the stuff that I have ahead of time, meaning coins, rings, etc. I think I did one of these videos. Yeah, I did one of these videos on how I will set up. I think I did the Nocta as well as I've done it with the Fisher, where I'm showing you learning the sound as well as the target IDs from a machine, and from there, that's when I go out and do that, go searching. Like in the case of that Nocta, I actually, before I went out, I did that test. I'm like, hey, I need to know what the sound of a dime versus a penny versus a nickel. In the case of pennies, you got to listen or look at your ID too, because depending on when that penny was made, it also returns at a higher number. Look at this, dime. Look at that, a dime. All right, cool. All right, so how many dimes now? 2 dimes total. All right. All right, so 20 cents. I may have enough to have a quarter. A quarter! Ha ha! I used to take my kids out, and I would give them the change. And I just told them, "You come with me. You can keep the change. If any jewelry pops up, it's mine." And they agreed. And a lot of times I'd have a bunch of change, get them a Slurpee or something over at 7-Eleven or something. You know. It's fun though. It's fun, and I got grandkids now, so once they get old enough, I may have to convince them that they need to come out with old Gramps here and do this. The guy that finds a lot of good stuff, digging everything. Well, that's not me. I don't find a lot of good stuff. Okay. All right, I think I'll do this second perimeter search, and then I may have to call it. What time is it? Oh, it's not even 5 o'clock yet. 5 Central here. I'm in Texas. Okay, here's where that other signal was, where we dug it up. Okay. Okay. It's pretty relaxing search or area too, because you don't hear much noise at all. Okay, crackly noise here. Let's see, the guy carry a pinpointer and a trowel. Anything else? Here, I'll show you. We got some downtime right here. I got this belt, leather belt right here. It used to be a web belt that I had, and then I have this tool deal that I got from Home Depot. Fits perfect for this holster. And then over here is where I keep the trash. And here's where I keep the treasure. So here's the coins. And here's that little, I don't know what it's called, costume jewelry thing I found. And then I have a flashlight that I was keeping in here for the night hunts. But then my fishing buddies and co-workers hooked me up with this little fish light here. So I was like, hey, cool, I'll put it over here. All right. And that's pretty much it. That's all I carry. All right. Pretty easy. Goes around my deal on the side. Toothbrush? No toothbrush. I'm not picking up any fancy relics and whatnot. It's tot lots, playgrounds, school playgrounds, and it's the occasional volleyball court, which we still have one sand volleyball court in the city that I live in. And then there's another volleyball court at another city just down the road, but I have not detected them in a while. All right. So, yeah. Okay. What else is here? All right. Yeah, pretty peaceful day or evening. All right. Oh, look at that. Heard that? Oh, that is what you're listening for. And that tells me it's close to the surface. Holy, oh, look at that. It is close to the surface, all right. Look at that. Some bestie lost their other half. Yeah. All right, cool. And the way that returned, it sounded like it was some higher metal, but I'm not seeing any markings. Looking for that telltale if it's silver, but oh well, maybe I'll just kind of Google lens it and kind of just shoot at it and see what it is. But look at that. Maybe the other best friend has the other dealie. Oh well, that goes into the good pile, I guess. Right on top too. Just barely on the edge here, all right? And I started this area first, and then I moved on to the others, and then I came back to that one, did the perimeter search after I finished the playground, then I went here to do the perimeter search, and now I'm doing the perimeter search here. And all I had found here earlier was a washer, and that perimeter search is now yielding me a dime and a penny, and now this bestie friend thing. All right, well, that's metal detecting for you. You never know what you're going to get. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is that? Maybe it's the other half. I don't know. It sounds like it's not on the surface like the other one. Wait a minute. We got to check it out. Come on. Those good beeps are nice. Okay, it's coming over here. Okay, somewhere in here. Right in there. Let's pinpoint it. Yeah, it's deeper. I don't think it's going to be anything related to that other find. All right. Going in lightly in case it's something good. But that sounded nice. Okay, we go in lightly, kind of brushing it back, moving everything to the right. In case I need to go look at to my right. Oh yeah, yep, that's metal detecting, all right. You get one good find, and then right after, you get a pull tab. Yeah, all right. Woo-hoo. Yep, pull tabs. Of course, I did save the pull tabs because I think they have a higher aluminum content, and you give them to, I got a relative who collects them, and they donate them to Ronald McDonald House, I think, so that they can recycle it, because apparently that does have enough aluminum in there for, I guess, make it worth its while to help out with the Ronald McDonald House. So yeah, I forgot about that. Holy cow. But yeah, I found a lot of pull tabs. All right, so we did that perimeter search. I'm gonna do one more round and we're gonna be done. All right. Wow, amazing. I was thinking about stopping. All right, that's the metal pole. Just the magnet fishing. Just cleaning up. Oh yeah, I do have a magnet fishing deal, 500-pound one. I found hooks. I found pieces of fishing gear, fishing reel stuff, but I've yet to find anything of value. But I was just joking with my neighbor. If you can find at least one like Leatherman, you just paid for that magnet. Okay. Mixed signal here. Yeah. Yeah, I hear the crackle too. Well, let's just dig it since there's not much else happening. Might as well dig it. I'm digging it. All right, let's go quick. See if it'll go quick through this mulch. Come on. Yep, there we go. Got a slight return. Slight return. Let's pop it out. Yeah, with the sand, I've got one of those sifters or whatever, beach whatevers, where you take the sand and kind of run it through and you shake it out and you kick out whatever it was. Yeah, I kicked that out over here, and it shows up in the little sieve or whatever. There it is, right there. Yep, that's it right there. Oh, sand scoop. Yeah, good one. Yeah, I got one of those. The one that has a handle where you can just kind of stand up and scoop things up. I use it when I go to the volleyball courts. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, before that, I was using a coffee can that I drilled holes through, and I put a handle on it, and my kids and the neighbor kids, when we lived near the beach, loved that thing. He's like, oh, let me dig. And I would just walk down the beach, and they'd be carrying this coffee can with holes in it. Follow me. I'd just say, dig here. And they would just dig in there, and then they'd yell at me if they got anything or not. Fun times. You know, and then when they got tired of doing that, they go run and play on the beach. Still, it was fun. Okay. I think that's it. Let's see if I can find the trash. Oh, there it is. Trash bin. All right, easy shutdown on this. Just click that, and it's ready to go the next time. Really no ground balancing, but what I do is, depending on where I'm detecting, I usually use my ring, my wedding ring, to tell me if I've got the discrimination set right. And that's what I did earlier. I set it at 5.5 based on what I saw here. Okay, necessity is the mother of invention. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's the good stuff, and then the trash is right here. Let me pop off this belt and put it on the ground here, because last time I did it on one of these tables, of course, everything fell through because of the holes in it. Okay. Oh, one other thing that I do bring, that when someone was asking, I bring knee pads. Right there, knee pads. And I wear my used up, beat up Sperry's, not my new Sperry's, because all this bending and stuff, is hard on the shoes. All right, so here's the trash. All right, I'm not gonna keep that locked. It's all beat up, some washers and whatnot. But roughly I'm looking at easily 20 plus items. So that's at least 20 deep knee bends. And then on the fines, you lay it out here. Okay, it looks like 2 dimes, 4 pennies, so 24 cents, almost a quarter. And then got some costume jewelry dealy here. And then I got this bestie friend little pendant deal. All right. So that was today's finds. Actually, second time today. I went out early this morning with the other detector. And I had an opportunity before I had to go back to my day job starting tomorrow. So I won't be doing these live streams as much as I wish I could. But do stay tuned. I plan on doing more of these. And hey, who knows? Maybe you'll get to see in real time, in real life, metal detecting where I actually find something of value. All right. All for now. Thanks for joining. Take care.